Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Lassoon tribe, and we are back with our curious rogue male who has managed to wander into our tribe and get two of our females pregnant, one of whom is Miri, who is our perfect genetics creature, the best genetics out of the entire tribe. She has double berry paws, she has perfect immunity, she's healthy with her blood clotting, she doesn't have blind eye recessive, she's basically perfect across the board, and she has been the mother of some very wonderful children such as Rari and Kuta, and we were sending her over to potentially mate with Duke, or actually I think we were going to have Tanuro become her mate because we wanted to try to mix his genetics up a little bit more. And little did we know, lurking in the grasses right next to the tree was a new rogue male. So Tanuro has given him a couple good swipes to try to get him away from our females, but he did manage to get Miri pregnant before we could do anything about it. And I ended up deciding to go ahead and take a chance and let this horny male get Pandy pregnant. So Pandy is actually expecting her very first child, our one and only panda pattern creature here in the Lassoon tribe. She's very pretty, and I was just thinking how much fun it would be to potentially have yellow or blue or violet eyes on one of her children with her beautiful panda pattern. And then little did we know, we had this rogue hiding in the grasses waiting to make that possible. So he has indeed mated with her. A lot of you guys are pretty upset about that, but you guys, it's very important to add in these extra immunity genes whenever we have the opportunity. So I'm really hoping we'll have a baby with immunity F. If the baby has no paw, that's actually not really a big deal because we have trees. So the baby would be able to collect up all of the nuts from the trees, even if they have no paw. So it's not that alarming. They'll still be able to do some work to help the tribe out. If the baby has spit snout, not a big deal. That's just cosmetic. I would, of course, love to see something like venomous fangs on our creature instead, because that's very helpful. But spit snout is just a cosmetic thing. It gives this rogue a little bit of his devilish charm, you might say. But it's not something that really causes that big a deal to the genetics of our tribe. And if he has blind eyes, well, that's recessive, so there's a chance we might have a blind baby. But again, we could either make them like a nut gatherer, or they could help out with gathering berries. They could babysit some of the babies so that the birds don't get to them, or they could, if we really wanted to get rid of them, become cactus huggers and end their life a little bit earlier than normal. But basically, I'm telling you guys all of those things because there's no reason to panic when you end up with these kinds of genetics added in. It's very easy to prepare for the birth of our two new babies by popping into our mutation menu, and we are going to put in claw and berry paw. So hopefully we can balance out his no paw genetics with our mutations, and we can breed out any of the negative traits that he may have introduced pretty quickly within a generation or so. But the fact that he adds in immunity F and possibly a fun little genetic experimental twist with violet and blue eyes being added in so early to our tribe, that is totally worth trying out a couple babies from his line, if you ask me. So don't turn down these males when they come and visit your tribes, guys. It can add a lot of fun and variety into it. I mean, play how you want. If you want to breed for a very perfect specific line of creatures that only look one way, then totally do that. But don't forget, the Lassoon tribe is our experimental tribe. They are meant to go the extra distance to toss together the genetics that you may normally not mix. So I'm very excited to see what his babies will look like. So don't panic. The Lassoon tribe is our experimental tribe. They're meant to have these kinds of twists in the family tree. And let's go ahead and check how the rest of the family is doing. Little do they know about the drama happening over here. Pretty soon the mother's roost will find out about that though, because we do have the only cluster of nest on the island so far. We haven't found a single other nest right over here. So it actually is becoming very interesting. Unlike any of the other tribes we've had before, our creatures stay over here when they're born. They stay here until they're juveniles, and as soon as they're juveniles, they have to start spreading out and helping to search for more food. We've only got one tree and 2 berry bushes and 2 rabbit burrows so far to provide food. That's going to cause a lot of issues as our tribe's numbers are constantly growing and expanding. We're going to start dipping into the food reserve that we brought over with us from the main island very shortly here. So we have to start being very smart about food and very smart about how many of the creatures we actually have born into our tribe. So we have to be a little careful not to lose any of the genetics we need by having plenty of babies, but also not having so many babies we can't feed them all. Right now, Mother Komiana will be able to feed her young though, because she can come here and gather up. He's moving around again. She can come over here and gather up some of the berries off of this singular berry bush we have here. And La 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 is actually over here guarding the babies. She is kind of a natural den mother. Her personality has just come out to really enjoy watching over the children. So we'll leave her here so she can protect these little ones too. We have so many spots. Look at our little Dalmatians. We've got quite the collection of little Dalmatian babies inside of the nest right now. It's quite adorable. We didn't really get a chance to see Komiana's latest baby last time, little Vanta. So Vanta, he's got double berry paw, which is excellent. That will earn him a blue gem when he gets old enough to have gems. And he's got just normal attack. Our strength is pretty weak right now. We need to definitely add some stronger creatures into our tribe if we're going to be able to defend ourselves. And potentially even add in a toxic body creature or two to act as our guards, who could fend off any of the predators that may come lurking. And he doesn't really have a lot of movement either, so we might want to start breeding up some of the mutations for movement, because we need to start exploring and finding more food very soon. But for now, La 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 will stay over here so that she is diagonal to some of the babies. There's no birds in the sky just yet, but who knows when they could show up, and they can move very quickly when they do. So La 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 will stay here. I have a feeling the horny male may be coming for her, so we need to keep an eye out on that. And then over on this side, we actually have our little adventurers. So a couple of the juveniles and Rania, and I do pronounce it Rania. Her name is Reina, but I like Rania, so we're gonna go with Rania as how you pronounce that, with like a silent I. And she is the eldest of Storm's children. Storm did pass away last time. I think actually she was dead at the beginning of last episode. So Rania is here with her younger brother Chestnut, and another one of the children, Sissisi, who is the first child of La La La, which I really adore. Oh, and I want to make sure that all of La La La's children have her fun names. So how many children does she have now? Tadada, that's right, and Sissisi are her two children. So this is Tadada. He'll grow up pretty soon and be able to join his sister in exploring. His sister, Sissisi, is actually our only striped creature at the moment, so that's quite interesting. Maybe that's why she's sort of prone to exploring the savannah area. She looks like somebody who would fit in really well in the savannah, like a little tiger. But we're going to go ahead and move Rania over a little bit. And she found a nut, a whole nut. Wonderful. Oh, and she's quite the explorer. She reminds me a lot of her mom. There's a lot of you guys who are very enchanted with her too, so I'm glad to see that she has her own following. It's very fun to see when everybody decides, hey, I really love this creature. Oh my goodness, and there's a lot of cactuses. Not really going to help us out too terribly much, unfortunately. So we can't really harvest from them unless we want our creatures to die, but it's good to know that the cactuses are right there. We'll discover them in the grasses and continue to scooch over to this tree. And if we have two groups gathering up from the trees, that may actually... Oh, the male disappeared. He didn't come for the mother's roost, thank goodness. Who knows how many of his genetics... I want to add his genetics in for the experiment of it, of course, but I don't know how many I want to since we're running low on food. But if we can end up moving our creatures over to the trees may end up being our main source of food this time. So we'll have to see how that works out. But speaking of food, we are sitting on top of a couple bunny carcasses I forgot about. So Suri is going to collect those up. And then Kunu... Is he a good berry collector? Let's see, berry collecting 2. No, Kuta is a much better berry collector. So he'll collect up those berries right now. And then Kunu, I think I'm gonna, Kunu, okay, I'm gonna send him over here. Oh, it's a bunny! Oh, can I reach it in time? I don't think I can. Pakar, can you reach that? Oh, what a tease! What a tease! That bunny has just darted right under Sissisi and she can't do anything about it. Well, we'll see if we can get that bunny next time. Bakar is a little bit more cautious. He likes to move around slowly and clear away the grasses, because we're going to need to have really good movement actually to reach more food sources. I mean, this is just so interesting. We've never had a tribe before where I have to send the babies away as soon as they age up into juveniles to go quite the distance for food. I don't think we've ever had a tribe that was so far away from their food sources and their nest. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But all right, now that we have our 2 pregnant females, we're going to start moving the lovely ladies towards the mother's roost so that hopefully... Oh, somebody's sick. Vanta? No, Komiana. Oh, she's getting sick in her old age. That's quite sad. I'm gonna scooch her over. She can collect up some berries. I'm not gonna let her destroy the berry bush. That would be a bad thing. And let's move some of the babies out of the way so that they can be out of the nest. So I'm gonna scooch that baby over. Oh, there's some rustling going on. I forgot about that bunny. Let's keep an eye out for it. And we're gonna move. Can I reach that? I wonder. What about, there's another berry bush. Oh, thank goodness. All right, CCC, let's have her move over there and she can start exploring. Oh, dang it, missed it. But we'll start exploring. Believe it or not, that one berry bush, that makes 3 berry bushes. So every berry bush we find right now is quite important and very, very precious to us. So we'll have to keep an eye out on those. All right. Oh, there's the male again. He's just kind of lurking. I kind of want to name him Zoe. This is Zoe. And I'll let him kind of stick around the periphery, but anytime he gets close enough, I think that Pandy would kind of protest. I think she has a bit of a crush on Zoe, so I think she would protest anytime Tenuro slashed out at him. So he won't chase him down actively, but if he gets close enough, then we're definitely going to smack him. So just don't get too close to Tenuro, Zoe, and then you might be able to stay and add your genetics in for a little while. I like the twist. It makes it really exciting. All right, we're gonna move little Kiru. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there we go. You got close. You know the rules. Tenuro's gonna defend this spot from you. All right, and I'm going to move our 2 pregnant females over. So let's move Miri into the nest, and let's move Pandy. Oh, she's just a little bit too slow to be. Tenuro is not gonna be happy that he can't slash at him. So Pandy is going to be in the nest next turn then, and we'll move this little juvenile Pakar. He is Picard Jr.'s like Picard the Third, basically. We'll move him up and he'll growl at our little Zoe, the invader. And we'll see how that goes. Let's shake the tree a couple times. I want to continue to gather up the nuts. And Rare, okay, I'm gonna move her over here. I know that the male is lurking, but I need somebody to start collecting up those nuts. So we'll have to see how we can balance that out. I might have to send some of my males. Kuta, why don't I send you over? I'm gonna send Kuta over to the tree. Oh, Rare, dang it. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, my little speech of adding in his genetics as a fun little experiment is still true. Let's see, is that a bunny? Sure is. So Suri, I heard the purr. All right, well, Rare is now having his baby too. So you know what, Zoe, we may really chase you out now. 3 babies is enough from you, sir. So I think that my males are going to defend the genetic line. We have our experimental edition and we're going to defend the rest. So we'll work on that in just a second. All right, Pakar, I think that I'm just going to let him focus on clearing away some of these grasses. And then Suri, would she gather up this? She's not a very good gatherer, so I'm just going to clear away this. There we go. So we're working on getting a little bit closer to some of the food sources. And let's go ahead and come down to Mother's Roost and let us see what Zoe's very first baby looks like. So let's go ahead. All right, Miri, are you ready? And his child... Oh boy, oh my goodness. Oh no, and Komiana just passed away. That happened so suddenly. Oh, I'm going to miss her. Ta-da-da. All right, there we go. Got that. Oh, and then I think that Picard Jr. would definitely give him a good scratch. My males can try to chase him away. All right. Oh, we got him. Oh, I feel kind of bad. I didn't really want to get him, guys, but I know that he'll stay forever, and everybody rages very hard when I leave the horny males in, so I chased him away. But maybe next time I'll keep one around as a pet for another experimental thing and try to like guide him away. So we'll figure out how to work that out. All right, so let's check out the horny male's only child, Mies. Oh, remember that? Oh my gosh, remember Mies from a couple tribes ago? I miss her. All right, so she has violet eye recessive, which should be a lot of fun to work with. She's not particularly skilled at anything, but she does have the ability to collect berries, and she has healthy blood clotting. Spit snout will take only a couple seconds to breed out. I'm not worried about that at all. Big body secondary. So let's see. I do like having the violet eyes in the family, so we may have to try to breed up for the, let's see, yellow eyes. I think if I mutate the yellow eyes, then that should give us violet eyes. So we may work on having that in the family pretty soon, combined with our Dalmatian pattern little lab mouse coat that I really love. That may make some interesting babies. All right, and Miri, do I need to breed you up? No, she's about to pass away, so I think Miri will stay here and kind of keep an eye on things. But Lalala, I need to send out to have a mate. Kuta would make a good mate for Lalala. So Lalala, I'm actually going to send away. She needs to find a new mate. I think Kuta is going to be her mate. A lot of you guys were very upset because Duk 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 is Lalala, one of Lalala's mates. But our creatures aren't really like, they don't stick to monogamy forever because then our genetics would really suffer. You have to wiggle them around where help is needed. All right, let's move Pandy. She can gather up these berries and then jump into the nest. And let's have Rare jump into the nest as well so that she can have her baby, and we will have the 3 children born from the rogue male that we had to visit. All of these males are a little bit concerned, so I have a feeling they'll start clearing away the grasses over here soon. And then let's see. All right. Thank goodness. Oh, more of these wonderful berries. Let's collect up as many as we can. Are we a good berry collector over here, Chestnut? Let's see, he's got berry collecting 2, Cece has berry collecting 2, and Renia has berry collecting, Reina, there we go, has berry collecting 4. So there we go. I think she's pretty excited about having found the berry bush. And then Chestnut, I'm going to send him over here to gather up the nuts because that seems like something he would do. And so Cece can help us start clearing a path from the mother's roost, the only place we found any nest, which is, I mean, I know I keep mentioning it, but it's just amazing to me. I mean, there's no other nest yet. That's never happened before. And we've never had it where I have to send our creatures away so far just to be able to get food away from the nest. So it's kind of interesting. Hopefully we'll be able to defend the nest area. Oh, I didn't even think about that. We probably need to finish clearing away these grasses so no predators just come from the south and end up eating all of the babies we have here. That would be terrible. All right, we're going to send Kirkuro over to the tree so we can start gathering a lot of the nuts around the tree. And then over here, Suri, I think, do I want to send her a little bit further in? I think she's quite the exploratory one, so still nothing and still nothing. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we don't have anything from the swamp yet. It's kind of a barren island in a way. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Oh, there's a bunny. Look at the bunny. Oh my gosh, there's bones. There's bunnies. You just never know what kind of situation you might stumble upon. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go ahead and come on over and we're going to see what the last 2 of the invader males babies look like. Are they going to provide any interesting genetics, or did we just add a ton of spit snout and nothing else into the family? Let's see. And I heard a predator. Oh, there he is, coming out of the bushes back there. We'll have to remove him. No wonder the bunny was running for it. And we end up with a bunch of just tan spit snout babies. Darn, and they're all female too. So it's almost like they're little toothy triplets. Oh, that's so cute. They're actually really cute. You guys know how much I love having these twists in the family tree. It's really fun. So let's see. Isra and Anna. Anna. So Isra and Anna, and they're pretty much the same across the board, it seems. Hang on. All right. So we have little Mies, and she has Violet Eye Secondary. She doesn't have Immunity F, but Anna has Immunity F, which is important to hopefully get in at some point in the future. And then, oh, Blue Eyes. Nice. So Isra has the Blue Eyes Recessive. So they've got some interesting things, and we can send them over to gather up nuts. In fact, they could be the little triplets that live around the tree and gather up nuts. That would work out very well. They really would. So we'll probably work that. We'll probably work with them that way. And we'll have to see if we end up with some of the mutations in the future. So I might try to mutate the yellow eyes at some point. And I definitely want to get in big body with more of my creatures. So we're going to try to make more of our creatures big bodied. And I need to make sure we get normal blood clotting in too. So thankfully normal blood clotting seems to be more common among our creatures. All right, and then we have a predator, it sounds like. So I'm not going to move any of these guys just yet because hopefully we can build up their skills. All right, let me move this one over here at least, and he'll shake the tree. But we're going to wait, and we're going to let all of these, well, I guess this little one, Pakar, isn't really going to benefit from that because he's a juvenile. So I'll move him once, and then I'll move Kirkuro once, twice to clear this spot. And we're not going to move any of the other males over here so they can store up their moves to have 4 moves and hopefully take out the predator that's over here. Well, alright, we have our Toothy triplets. I was really hoping that it would be a little bit more exciting, but you know what? Maybe their babies will be more exciting. Maybe that's what it's all about. You just have to start somewhere and kind of build your way up with these genetics. Alright. And we're going to send over Vanta, who is one of my good berry collecting males with no berry bushes to collect from. I guess he can move up, well, we'll move him over here so he can help out with the tree. And then Rare can collect up these berries. Tadada can collect up this, and then we'll move him over here so that he can help to light up this area. That's the other problem we have having to send our creatures so far away for food, is that we're beginning to get little patches where the tribe's vision isn't covering everything. So we need to be careful about that. Let's move Lalala down here so she can help out with guarding the babies. And let's see, Pakar, I think he'll go ahead, he'll gather up those berries and clear a little more of the grasses so we can move quickly between different areas. And then Suri, she's still searching. There's really nothing. This is amazing. This island is a lot more bare than I thought it would be. And then Kunu, will have him clear these spots so we have a clear view of the bunny burrow. Okay, good. The predator isn't making his move yet, so we should be able to store up our own moves. CCC can come over and we'll have her clear away a path so we can get over to the tree very quickly. Chestnut's going to come to the tree and start knocking nuts down. And then we'll have his sister, Reina. I'll go ahead and say Reina because it seems to upset so many of you for some reason. But I will have Reina gather up the little berries. But she's very lovely. We might look at breeding her next time too. She's already kind of getting into middle age, believe it or not. And we'll try to find a good mate for her out of all of the ones that we've had born so far. So let's see, let's go ahead, we'll do another turn to see if we can take out this predator. Look at that, and Pakar with 3 R's has now grown up. Oh no, and we lost one of our females. Was that Miri? Miri just passed away, you guys. I don't know what to think about that. Oh my gosh, she was one of our main ones from, oh goodness. Oh goodness, that's so sad. Oh Miri, rest in peace. And then we've still got our little triplets. I love them though. I'm enchanted by them for some reason. So we've got our little Toothy triplets. Alright. And we need to take out the predator. So thankfully Pakar has grown up. He's actually a good fighter too. He's got 4 for fighting. So we'll send him over to help out with the battle. Alright, there we go. And then down here. Alright, there we go. Can I get any more battles in? I should have probably cleared out a few more of those spots. Gosh darn. That didn't help me at all. Alright, let's see. Move here. Move here. And then... Oh, there's a berry bush in the way! How terrible is that? Oh, I didn't mean for there to be like... Ah, dang it. Alright. We're gonna have to move around. That's terrible. What a waste of moves. I thought we would have a little bit more of an ability there. Oh my gosh. Alright, everybody scooch in. And somebody needs to shake the tree every turn. Oh boy. Alright, so we'll take care of this predator. Hopefully we'll be able to clear him out. We don't see how much is left on his health. So we'll remove that predator in just a second here. There's nobody keeping an eye on this section. Yeah, we're gonna have to be very careful, you guys. This is gonna be a little tricky. And Pandy, we'll have to find you your mate. I think I want to have her mate with Tanuro before he passes away. And then Suri, she's still searching into the distance. Okay, I think this is a good spot, actually. We've got a little bit of mystery with Suri buried deep into the grasses over here, trying to find something, anything, in these endless wilds. And then we've got a predator to fight off. We have the Toothy triplets to line up around a tree so that they can take care of everything on the tree for us. And we've got a lot of exploring we need to do. And I'm also noticing that other than the Toothy triplets, we're beginning to get a little bit of an imbalance with our males. And then just the Toothy triplet females for the next generation. So we may want to work on that. So we're going to see if we can find Reina, a good mate of some kind from among our tribe. And we'll continue on with the experimental genetics of the Lassoon tribe and hopefully finding a little bit more on this island in terms of berries or nest or something pretty soon, because otherwise we may have to go to the hard island much sooner than I thought, simply for the sake of keeping our tribe alive, because there's not a lot of food here. But I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.